Welcome back to the Country Peony Studio, and I would love to show you one of my favorite spots here in the studio. It's my bathroom. It is only 60 square feet, but it is full of so much incredible personality. So when I was designing this space, I really wanted it to be completely different than the studio space. The studio space is a beautiful Chantilly lace by Benjamin Moore. It's very crisp white, but I wanted something completely different, something that really packed a personality. And so let me kind of explain the design process behind it. So we're gonna start over here. This is the Susanna wallpaper from Lulie Wallace. This was really the jumping off point with my design plan. I loved the dainty flowers. I loved the color story. I just thought it was so beautiful. Honestly, I had a really hard time picking, but I'm really happy with this choice. And so from that wallpaper, oh, and I did install it myself, and I've got a full blog post on that if you want to check it out in the description below. There was a bit of a learning curve, but ultimately I'm really happy with how it turned out. Just don't look too close. So from the wallpaper, I wanted to pull that beautiful green and the beautiful peachy colors. And so let me show you where I went with that. To play off the beautiful colors in the wallpaper, I chose Pretty in Peach by Valspar for this chunky wainscoting. And the reason why I went with this chunky wainscoting is because the flowers were so delicate that I thought it'd be really fun, a fun juxtaposition from the really feminine and dainty to the chunky wainscoting. And then I love this green that's in the wallpaper, and so I chose Hinterlands by Valspar as well. It's a gorgeous green. I found this mirror and I decided to paint it, and I just love the color story together. So speaking of color story, I'd love to show you my floor now and kind of explain that whole process. Okay, I wanted a really fun moment here with the floor, and so I wanted something custom, but I didn't want to pay the custom price tag. So I bought some beautiful hexagonal tiles in pink and green to match the color story in here. And then I enlisted the help of my wonderful oldest brother, Joe, who laid the tile for me. So I came up with the design and he laid the tile, and I'm just ecstatic with how it turned out. I think it's so beautiful and it tells such a fun story. Let me show you it a little bit closer. Now on to the lighting. So I once heard someone say that lighting is like the jewelry for your space, and I resonated with that so much because I love a good accessory. And so I chose Homerie's globe lights flanking the mirror for my side lights, and then for the top, and I'm so happy with it. I think it's a beautiful feminine look, but it's also very modern, which is kind of fun here in the studio because it's got a very vintage vibe to it as well. Let me show you that a little bit closer. And then finally, let me talk about the ceiling. So I think the ceiling is a missed opportunity sometimes. I love when people paint it or wallpaper it. And in here, I thought it'd be really fun to do a tin ceiling and paint it white. It's a small space, so I could afford that. If I was doing a whole house, it might be a little different story, but I love the charm that it brings. And then I just did a small detail around it for the trim work. To really let the ceiling shine. And then in addition to the ceiling, I also added a really sweet register for the AC unit, because why not? The beauty is truly in the details, especially here in the bathroom. So let me show you that in a little bit more detail. And if you want to see all of these pieces and where I sourced them from, I have a full blog post in the description below where you can check all that out. And then the final piece to this puzzle is this stunning Eastlake door. So I love old doors, and I found this one at Round Top, and it actually came from the Northeast, and the colors were perfect on it. The pink and green match perfectly. I actually had this intended for my craft room in our house one day, but We're not there yet. So it's perfect here. And my husband extended it to make it a little bit wider so that we could use it for whenever we do have events in here. So that is all for my bathroom tour. I hope you found it inspiring, at least to put your own mark on your own spaces and to have fun with patterns and colors and small little details. I love this space so much. It brings me so much joy, and I'm so happy that I just went for it. If you want to see more DIYs, tutorials, whimsical spaces, and thrifting finds, please follow me at countrypeony.com. You can like and subscribe here. I would love to have you. Until next time, I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon.